What's up, everybody? Private Eye Russ here, the Private Eye Russ YouTube channel. And let me see, let me turn that light on there. There we go, bright. Let me see, there we go. I'm putting some LED, those circle lights. I'm trying to improve the production quality, y'all. So give me a like, subscribe, share the video just for the effort I'm trying to put in. I'm trying to learn. Anyway, so Private Eye Russ here, Private Eye Russ YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. You could have chosen to be anywhere. You chose to be here right now with me. And so I'm going to try to reward you for your wisdom and your patience. So links for all the social media and how to contact me. Should you choose to avail yourself of my research services, I encourage all men, before embarking on a long-term relationship or even marriage, if you are that brave, you need to do some background on your woman. That way you have the ability to make an informed decision about their past. Their past is the best indicator of their future. I can't tell you how many men I've had to help pick up the pieces after they've gotten married, and a woman that would never have gotten by their scrutiny was able to get their hooks into them through the contract with the state. And now you're literally, like Blade said in the first Blade movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. I've probably seen it 30 times. Wesley Snipes for the win. Some MFers are always trying to ice skate uphill. That's right before he killed, Stephen Dorff's character. Anyway, so Deacon Frost. So here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the brand ambassadorship and why men should choose women the way corporations or corporate entities select brand ambassadors. And we're going to use a very public figure. And so this is going to be my obligatory Wes Watson video. Yes, we had to do one because everybody seems to be doing a Wes Watson video. Shout out to Wes Watson. There's no hatred on you. The guy has done tremendous things. He went from serving, I think, 10 years in prison to getting out. Dude is killing it. He's making money. I saw one video, a guy was like, oh, that's rented. His house is rented. It's expensive to rent renting a mansion is not cheap. There's all those cars are rented or leased, still not cheap. Exotic cars, nobody rents exotic cars long term. You'll lease an exotic car long term because you're just throwing money away if you're renting them. So, and you're probably getting a subpar exotic car if you're renting them. People aren't really renting out the high spec exotic cars. Anyway, a little sidebar conversation. So what is he in trouble with? He's not really in trouble, but he's been getting dragged in social media. He attracts a lot of attention. He's a very bombastic, very out there, in your face guy, very loud. And he has an approach that most people, not most, but a lot of people just really find a little bit abrasive. I don't have a problem with it, but I was in the military. I was used to dealing with really obnoxious people, and so for me, his behavior doesn't bother me. Right? People throw a bunch of different allegations at him about his business practices. That's not what this is about. He's being dragged through social media right now by a lot of different outlets about his choice of women. So he recently got divorced. People even dragging him about him getting divorced, saying, oh, you can't keep a woman. Well, look, here's the thing. I've worked on cases, again, I'm a licensed private investigator. I've worked on cases where, like, literally, a guy was 6'8", jacked, built like a superhero, rich, famous, and he got cheated on by a short, large-framed woman with a dude that looked like Mr. Dad Bod, a Dad Bod commercial. So, nowadays, it's not really a bad mark against the guy because women are just really fickle nowadays. They've got so many different choices. There is no loyalty. So, I don't know that that's really a fair attack, right? Because that could happen to anybody, but whatever. People are attacking them. I'm not against them. I'm not for anybody. I'm not against anybody. I'm just stating what I see and just giving my opinion about it. Not bashing anybody one way or the other. So his new girlfriend, apparently, a very, very good-looking young lady, not really my type, because I'm not really with the really made-up, women that wear a lot of makeup and their hair is always, the typical straight hair, Morticia Addams look. That's not really my thing. A little bit too artificial for me. I like women that look good. If a woman can look good in a sundress and flats and minimal makeup and just their hair pulled back, guess what? I'm straight with that. Why? Because when she dresses up and does the black dress thing, or we go to a black tie event, I know she's going to look absolutely fantastic. So The thing he's being dragged about with her is the fact that apparently she was allegedly had a listing or a profile on more than one escort sites. Now, again, that's allegedly. I don't know what the young lady does. I've seen some screenshots. It does appear that way, whatever the case is. And so people are attacking him because, they're saying, oh, he paid for vajayjay. Well, everybody pays for vajayjay. Maybe not directly, but everybody pays for it. We all pay for it. One way or the other, you're going to pay. There is no such thing as no charge vajayjay. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So here's why I think this was a calculated step on his part. So look, he's making a lot of money. The guy's rich, all right? And again, despite anybody saying that this is rented or that, those things are expensive to rent. So the guy's making money. So I have to believe that a guy with his resources, if he found her directly on this escort site, had to know that this would become public. I don't believe for 1 second he didn't vet this woman and look into her past and make a conscious decision to choose her. If you look at his brand, now would she fit my brand? No, she would not. My brand, I have a lot of corporate clients. I have a lot of attorney clients. I also have a lot of men that aren't attorneys, that aren't wealthy. I do have some wealthy clients. I have a lot of men that are not wealthy guys, that are just, guys that are, making their money, doing their thing, living, trying to grow and try to move up the ladder. And so, and again, this is a big sidebar, just a quick sidebar. I have consultative services. I do consultations with guys about women's past and their present behavior. I also do research for women's past, and there's a wide range. There's something in there for everyone's budget. So if you need to get in touch with me, there will be an email address linked in the description below, or you can follow me on X and send me a direct message on X. I'll be glad to sit down with you by Zoom or or by phone or even by text message back and forth and see what we can do to help you. Anyway, so there's a short plug there anyway. So I have to believe that he knew what he was getting. So here's what he's gotten as a result of it. and everybody's able to eat off of it. And shout out to people that are making videos and getting views and everything else. That's what the social media space is about. So Wes Watson is getting free advertising. And again, I'm not saying that's good. I'm not saying it's bad. He is getting a lot because like every time I open YouTube, there's something about Wes Watson. I'm like, man, another video. There's so many people making videos about the guy. There's one guy, shout out to him, goes by the name Dubs, D-U-B-S. Shout out to Dubs, love his videos. Latino homie from California. Did some time as well too. He has a thing called Wes Watson Wednesdays, and he just goes in on a dude constantly, man. But look, I think he's done this on purpose, and so for him, this woman fits his brand. If you look at his brand, look at her. She's, especially his ex-wife. She had face tats, sleeve tats. You know what I mean? The bleach hair. That's the look he goes for. This new woman, I believe she's brunette. Very pretty young lady, and tattoos and that sort of thing. Does she fit his brand? Yeah, she does. You got to look at the guy. The guy does stay in shape. He does work out. Tatted up, ex-prisoner, face tats, neck tats, sleeved out, and he's very in your face, out there, bombastic. A lot of luxury brand stuff, expensive cars. Does she fit his brand? Yes, she does. Would she fit everybody's brand? No, probably not. But for his niche, for where he is, for that lane he's in, she fits it perfectly, man. And so I think this was a genius move on his part, man, because you see ads all the time, him advertising his services. I think he does life coaching, personal training, and motivational speaking. I don't know. But that's what I think he does. So anyway, this was my take on how he chose his brand ambassador. My choice for a brand ambassador would be completely different from his, man. A woman that I'm seeing with regularly is slim, in shape. Again, fits that profile I like. She looks great in sundress and flats, and with her hair just pulled back, minimal makeup, she looks fantastic. And when she does put on the black dress thing, She looks great in that as well too. I also have another one who's a little bit taller than the other one, a little bit younger as well too. But again, I've got a few that I've got a few I go out with that are all in that kind of range. It doesn't mean I don't go outside those parameters, because sometimes you just do. Sometimes you find different things attractive, but those are the ones that are usually seen with me in public. Anyway, it's your boy Russ. Everything will be linked in the description below. If you need to get in touch with me to vet your future mate, you should be vetting your future mate, prospective wife, prospective long-term partner, live-in girlfriend, mother of your future mother of your children. You need to be vetting this person. You need to be vetting their families to make sure you know what you're getting and what you're into, what you might be in for in the future. And, there are guys that I've given reports to that I would consider a negative report, that I would be like, okay, yeah, she's disqualified. And guys are like, oh, you know what? I can live with that. And typically it's a really, really hot chick. Guys will bend over backwards if a woman is really, really hot. It's that pretty privileged thing. It works even when it comes to bad reports. And I've delivered some bad news to guys. Some of them walk away like, okay, yeah, she's got to go. Some guys are like, you know what? As long as she promises not, as long as she has gotten that out of her system, okay, I think it's a little bit of wishful thinking, but at least they're able to make an informed decision. I encourage all of you to do the same thing. I've helped a lot of men. I would prefer to help you on the front end, vet that woman before she gets her hooks into your life, and it makes it much more difficult to get yourself out of that situation than try to help you put together the pieces and help you get out of that situation later. We do offer those services. We can help you, but I'd rather help you guys on the front end, man. I've seen some really heartbreaking stories, guys making awful, just horrible discoveries, but now they're married, they got children, and they stand to lose their children, their house, their cars, and their money. Instead of, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? So anyway, it's your boy Russ. I'm out.